What is going on, guys? Fellows back again, and let's just talk about this banner, right? Should you summon? I feel like it's a very obvious you should summon, but I feel like a lot of the questions that I've been getting are mainly, should I summon for the individual? Should I summon for Unohana? Should I summon for Chojiro, Yamamoto? Let's be real here. I don't think that anyone should summon for Yamamoto in particular, unless you really care about Brave Battles. You can pretty much coast 7th seat, and that'll give you access to Extreme Co-op. The medals that you get, I suppose, could offset the need to summon for him, but it's really going to depend on how you want to do it. So without further ado, let's just talk about this banner, right? The fillers in this banner, in my opinion, are relatively bad. I see a lot of people talking about Ishin, Lilebaru, and Masaki in particular being very good. My honest thoughts about those characters is, at this point, they're horribly outdated. Even though they're completely playable, you can use them in some content in the game. In most content in the game, you probably already have better options, right? So for like Nanao, she's an Espada killer, she's a team booster with barriers, so you might be able to use her. But like for Espada week, like I feel like there's just so many better options at this point. And unless like you really struggle with Espada week, going for her in particular just seems kind of dumb. Like, I'll be real with you, it just seems kind of silly. Like, you have Bruno, you have Okiora, you have Cacao Society, Okiora, then on top of that you have Abirama. Like, there's plenty of there's plenty of Espada killers that, in my opinion, are worth going for other than this. If you pull her and you get her like 5 out of 5, I think she'll be great for Espada week, for like hard GQ. But for regular GQ, Gremmy, this guy was like doo-doo when he dropped. And for those that don't know, like, okay, and Lilebaru, he's just a damage dealer. Beam for strong attack, 960 AoE distance, second strong attack, full screen, third strong attack. Berserker 40%, Frenzy +1. This character, in my opinion, is still really good, but that's all he does. All he does is deal damage. He doesn't really bring any type of utility or farming to the team, which back in the day, I don't even think that they had innate skills back here. So like, for those that don't know, these characters, like innate skills, for Ishin as well as Masaki and Ryuken. These characters are almost 3 years old. These characters released in 2020, November 30th, 2020 for Ishin, Masaki, and Ryuken. Not that these characters are bad. I'm not, like I said, pay very attention to my words. I'm not calling these characters bad. I'm just saying that they're a bit outdated because they're just very old. When these characters get resurrected, I think that they're very likely to be very good again. But my issue is, unless like this character gets Frenzy +2, he's not going to be dealing anywhere near the types of damage that you're going to get from the new Retsu, the new Okiora, the Speed Uryu even. I still think Speed Uryu is like one of the best characters in the game, and he's premium pool, right? Masaki, I think that there's just better options at this point. Flurry +1, Bruiser of 80%, very good. And even though this is kind of close to quote-unquote Flurry +2, the reality is Flurry +2 scales well with Bruiser and scales well with full stamina damage boost. Like I said, I'm not calling her bad, it's just she's just a bit old. It is what it is, bro. Next, we have Ryuken. Like I said, I feel like this character was kind of like the dud of the banner. Not that he was bad. We have the Shotgun Blast, first strong attack, Shave skill, second strong attack. This is the Shockwave ability, which I feel like has fallen off immensely. And then full screen, third strong attack. Berserker 60%, SAR 14, Frenzy +1, Havoc 20%, Nullify range resistance, but didn't get guard break. It's still a very weird character. Not a bad character, it's just very old character, right? It's just like the meta has just changed kind of insanely. Like, let's just compare Ishin a little bit, right? Berserker 20%. Let's add this and just say Berserker 44%, because that's how it gets multiplied in. It's like 1 times 2 times it's 1 times 1.2 times 1.2, which is 1.44, I believe. I might be wrong. So Berserker 44% and Frenzy +1, and then you go to someone like freaking Retsu and you have Frenzy +2, full stamina damage boost 20%, Berserker 20%, status ailment spiritual pressure boost 80%, rampage 2%. You understand what I'm talking about. It's just like the characters that are released nowadays are just absolutely insane. Alright, so going into Yamamoto, this character has Flurry +3 in Brave Battles for the first 10 seconds, and then he gets downgraded to a simple Flurry +2. Very good still. We have a Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility, Brave Battle Invincibility, decreased damage reduction of 50% when he's at half stamina, prevents Last Ditch, has the Yuha in normal attack damage when enemy ally enemy or ally is KO'd plus 20%. And then on top of that, he has the no affiliation, which is perfect for Yuha, as well as a captain killer, which is perfect for brave battles. Then he has the debuff mechanic on his second strong attack, and he is guaranteed status ailment affliction against heart attribute no affiliation enemies plus 100%. So you're guaranteed to burn and lacerate Yuha, right? And I think that that's going to be pretty cool. And he'll also take out any Tokinatas along with it, as if anyone runs Tokinata anymore, but still. Brave battle, let's see here, did I miss anything? Oh, pierce barriers, like barriers aren't going to help the enemies. And then you have poise built into his kit. For his innate skills, we have sprinter and marauder, both very good for PvE content and paralysis immunity. So even if Yuha were to proc the paralysis on him, he is immune. It's so dumb. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's a brave battle character. It is what it is. Going into Chojiro, he is strictly pretty much just a farmer. We have speed droplets plus 10, which is good because it's a static just amount. Speed link stop potions plus 5. No super potions, which I think that's kind of a misstep. I feel like Caleb should have just added that. I mean, it's an anniversary character. It's an anniversary character, sort of. So yeah, then you have speed droplet drop plus 30% as a soul trait, which is pretty cool. Frenzy plus 2. Technique attribute Soul Reaper damage to status ailment afflicted enemies plus 40%. Technique attribute character special move damage plus 30%. I'm surprised they didn't give this character bombardment. I feel like he has a lot of stuff that'll give him like bombardment. Like, what's bombardment, right? Let's just say a character has weaken as a like damage to a weakened enemy. Not damage to weakened enemy. Let's just assume that the enemy. Let's just assume that the character you're using has bombardment and weaken, right? Someone like Okiura, right? I'm not gonna calculate in weakened defense because you can give both of them weakened defense if they don't have it. So let's just do times 1.5 for the weakening, and then times 7 plus 100, right? That's like bombardment damage, like base bombardment damage with just weaken. Now this character gets, he doesn't get bombardment, but he gets devastation. So 160 is his base. Then we're gonna get times 1.4 for damage to paralyzed enemies. Then we're gonna get times 1.4 for technique attribute Soul Reaper damage to status element affected enemies. Then we're going to get technique attribute character special move damage plus 30%. Actually, that's a lie, because the 160 times 1.3. This is the base damage because of that technique attribute character special move damage. Now we calculate in the times 1.4 times 1.4 multiplies by 3, and then we add in the initial 208, and you'll see like he deals he deals more damage than a character that just has bombardment and weakening, right? And if he has like weakened defense, he can actually, I feel like he'll actually lose because of the weakened defense. But either way, 1431 is base. Like, he pretty much has a very good tactical nuke special move. His only issue really is like Quincy Killer, like Quincy Killer is really bad. I wish that he had 2. Like, they gave 2 to Yamamoto and they gave 2 to Unohana, so I don't see why they gave him only 1. I feel like that kind of sucks. It is what it is. Debilitator plus 5 seconds for the paralysis. Increased status element chance against speed attribute enemies plus 10%. And if they get hit with paralysis, you're dealing an extra... How much damage are you dealing? It's like times 1 times 1.4 times 1.4. You're dealing an extra 96% damage to an enemy if they get hit with paralysis, which is very likely because this is all speed attribute enemies, not just Quincy's. I really like this character. I think he's really good. His kit is a little wonky in my opinion. You have the 1200 shotgun blast for a strong attack. I wish it was the beam. 750 AoE distant is the vacuum. I'm pretty sure this is the vacuum explosion. I might be a little off on this one, but 750, not a bad radius, but it's not the 960, right? And then his standard full screen third strong attack. Kind of a wonky kit, not a bad kit, just a wonky kit. But at the very least, he deals significant damage, and in content like Epic Raids, this kit, pretty damn good. Second strong attack gonna lock you into place for a little bit, so it might leave you at risk, might leave a little bit exposed to purple AoEs or even red AoEs. But since he's a tech unit, you might be able to just have someone bring a Christmas Orihime, and then you never have to worry about damage ever again, pretty much. Going into Retsu, probably the most hype of the banner. In terms of power level, I think that Retsu takes the cake for this banner. In terms of utility, I think Chojiro takes the cake. For Unohana, a lot of people have been asking, is she going to be dealing the most damage? And honestly, like in comparison to other speed units, I don't know. this rampage skill, even though it is cute, like plus 2%, that's pretty good damage per kill that you deal, right? So not only are you going to be gaining combo damage bonus, so that could go up to plus 10% damage, but you're also dealing plus 100% rampage after you kill 50 enemies. Unfortunately, by that point, you should be almost done with the stage. So I'd like to say that on average, you're probably going to be you doing most of the run at a rampage of something like 26%. That's going to be like 13 enemies that you kill. In co-op, you're competing for kills at that point, right? I'll be interested to see how the lag works. Like if you have 2 Unohanas in co-op and you do your first strong attack at the same time, say you kill the same enemies, right, on your screens, are you both going to pick up the rampage, or is only one person going to pick up the rampage, whoever registers with the host first? I don't know. I'm very interested in that. I'm going to play test that, probably separate from her actual showcase, because I feel like that's going to be a weird thing to test, because it's like I'm going to need an account with Retsu, as well as I'm going to need Retsu too. No, I'm going to need 2 accounts with Retsu if I don't pull her, because I need to be on my account and I need to be on the alt account, and then I need someone else to host, because obviously the host is going to be taking priority in terms of rampage. Very, very interesting, weird theory crafting that I've been doing on that. But going into her actual stuff, right, this character has Frenzy plus 2, status element spiritual pressure boost 80%. Then we have the full stamina damage boost 20%, which will go up to 45% at T15. Strong attack damage, so she has a berserker of 20%. So she has a lot of damage multipliers here, not even taking into account the rampage to begin with. I wish that she got increased status element chance more than the rampage, to be honest. I feel like that would be nice. But like what I do like about this character is she got sprinter plus 2 and long stride. This character is going to be flying. And then we have the reduced strong attack cooldown 6%, so that's going to go up to 18% since she does have it over here. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot. It's our actual soul trait. Sorry, I've been kind of confused with the Chojiro, because Chojiro got a droplet drop, but he got it as a skill. She has Marauder, Poise, Long Stride, Sprinter plus 2, Frenzy 2, Devastation 40%, weaken on all of her attacks. Man, she's gonna be hitting like a truck. I want to know, is Rampage damage or strong attack damage? I believe it's all damage, which is, in my opinion, kind of nuts. We'll just pull this up. I just want to be 100% sure. Damage, just straight up damage. That's really good. Yeah, so either way, I think that Retsu is probably gonna be the best in Banner. My only real concern is like how often are you gonna play with her unless you like max Transcender or 2 out of 5her. Like I feel like a lot of people at this stage probably have Uryu 2 out of 5, 4 out of 5, even 5 out of 5. And I still think Uryu in practical play is probably going to be the better option, because you're not dependent on Rampage, and Caleb buffed the gauge mechanic, which I don't think they needed to do. But the fact that he has the 3k beam, a better lunge second strong attack, and a standard full screen third that has a faster cooldown than this Retsu's, I'll be interested to see how fast Retsu gets all of her stuff back. Because even though Uryu has the gauge mechanic and all that, like he also gets that strong attack recharge 30% when the gauge actually triggers, but Retsu has 18% strong attack recharge, so her first strong attack is going to come back a lot. And Retsu actually has the same first strong attack. Really, she has this one? I thought she got the good beam. Am I tripping? Yeah, she got the 1020 beam, which is a good beam. Oh, it has a weird hit. Okay, it has a weird way that it processes hits. Okay, that's why. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this is the same as Aizen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same as Aizen. Second strong. Yeah, it's the same as Aizen. So it's not like she's a bad character. She gets a start power up item plus 2 in Arena. That's really good. Increased special move uses in Arena as well. Complete status immunity. I wish this was team immunity, to be honest. Like, she doesn't bring any healing to the table aside from the team party recover 20% stamina. So if you lose your full stamina damage boost, this character isn't like Safri Retsu, where she has the drain and weaken to fall back on. She has the insta kill on the special move. I really like this character. I feel like she's such a nice homage to the Heart Retsu that we got, and I just want to play with this character. I really do. All right, so my recommendation is honestly summoning on the main banner, because these individual banners are pretty dog shit. Like, to be honest, like, you have Spirits Society Ichigo, Frenzy plus 2, but he has range collision, 18% mag first strong attack. which in my opinion doesn't really do all that much outside of Senkaimon. Next we have Soifon. Honestly, this character doesn't really do anything. Next we have Ishin, good Brave Battle character because he actually got Brave Battle temporary invincibility as well as ignore Brave Battle invincibility. I feel like Ishin as well as the Prime Yamamoto and maybe even Yuha together, I think that team combination should be pretty damn good for Brave Battles. Next we have Prime Yamamoto's individual banner, and you have freaking Christmas Raruka. Sorry James, she's falling off heavy. You have Kensei, who's like, okay, I mean, he's probably the newer, like, he's a newer character, and you have technical link stop potions on that, so maybe you haven't pulled him, but a lot of people have been hoarding up their Brave Soul tickets to summon for the anniversary characters, so, like, to summon and get these characters, it's kind of like, oof, you know? Power link stop potions, Grimjow, this Jushiro, this Jushiro is supposed to be a guild quest unit, and he's trash at guild quest, and then you have this Stark. I actually like the Stark. I don't think he's worth summoning for, but I mean, I do like the Stark. So the individual banners are pretty cool. My recommendation always when it comes to these 3 character banners that are really, really hype, summon on the main banner, do your 6 steps. If you want to go for the individual, you're more than welcome to, but my real, like, logic right now is saying summon until you pull one of the banner characters, and if it's the banner character that you want, cool, you're Gucci, you can summon on that banner all you want now, or you can wait and summon on an individual banner and try to, like, get each of the characters. It's really your call. I feel like Yamamoto is probably the easiest one to be like, alright, skip, I don't care for Brave Battles. I like Chojiro, I like Retsu. I do like both these characters a lot. I'm interested to see if Unohana is as busted as she seems. I'm still very skeptical because the trap mechanic on her 3rd strong attack, not that it's a bad strong attack, like the strong attack itself, what's the strong attack recharge? It's a 30-second cooldown because it's not a buff. It's not a buff and heal slash, it's not like a 2-part attack. It's literally just a trap. So it's an 1170 AoE distant 3rd strong attack with a 30-second cooldown. 30 seconds is not bad when the character has SAR 18% built in. It's not. It's actually pretty damn good. And then with the beam, I genuinely see this character dominating. I just want to actually playtest her before I just say, yeah, she's the best speed character. Because I think that it's between her and Uryu. And Uryu is just insane, dude. I feel like Uryu and 6th Anniversary Aizen were just anniversary characters that you can't really go wrong with them. And even though I do think that White is a bit weaker than 6th Anniversary Aizen was for Aizen's time. Keep in mind, Aizen was like the first Frenzy +2 character, right? I think White being the Mind character that has come out and actually dominates everything is pretty good, considering that Mind doesn't really have too much competition. I think like the best character for Mind besides White is Balgo. 7th Anniversary Ichigo's pretty good, but it's like, like the first strong attack on the 7th Anniversary Ichigo kind of kills the character for me. I have a max transcended, and I'll still play my 2 out of 5 Balgo more than my 7th Anniversary Ichigo, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's pretty much my overall thoughts when it comes to this banner. I do like the banner. The fact that K-Lab has actually come out with this free 1000-Year Blood War character, and the fact that the characters actually, like the new characters are on this free, are on this freebie is really, really, really cool. There's a total of 52 characters here, so there's a little less than 2%. But the fact that it's 2% chance, excuse me, the fact that it's almost 6% chance that you'll pull the new banner, 1000-Year Blood War character is freaking insane. And it's 12% chance to, excuse me, it's 18% chance to pull one of the last 9. And I think that Yuha, Yamamoto, Aizen, Ichigo, Uryu, Chad, I think these like 6 characters are still very, very, very good. And I think that they're 100% like, I don't want to say completely dominant, but they're freaking good. You got Bombardment on Uryu, you got a god like Ichigo, god like Aizen, Bombardment, like Tactical Nuke Yamamoto. Yuha is great for Brave Battle still to this day, and he's all like a year old. Usually K-Lab tries to like outdate characters fast, and they couldn't do it with him. But yeah, either way, that's my overall thoughts when it comes to this banner. I am excited for this banner. Personally, I'm going to go 6 steps. If I pull a banner character, cool. If I don't, I'm probably going to use all my orbs on that banner. Keep in mind, end of the month for next month is likely going to be 1,000 Year Blood War again, or we might get a Burn the Witch collab. We don't know. K-Lab did announce a Bankai live stream for August 27th. We'll see if that's August 26th for the US. I always get kind of confused with Japan time, even though I've been doing this for 8 years. 7 years. I probably should know time zones by now. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all next time.